All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Wednesday. It's We Grow Wednesday, every Wednesday, 1 o'clock Central Time, and I am your host, Waylon the Indoor Farmer. Guys, I'm going to play a little intro. If you're watching this for the first time or on the replay, let me know what you think. Check out the show. We're going to get into it. We're going to check out what's growing on, what's happening with our food, our health, our wellness, our agriculture. What's going on with it. We're going to look into it in just a few minutes. Give me, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. We'll be right back. Let's grow. Hit that like button. Share it out with some friends. Let's get the party in here. Come on in.
When the indoor farmer has a tale to tell, under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. With Waylon, we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, he shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. We'll live and we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, he shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Join Waylon for our journey so fine. Learning, laughing, and sometimes sad, but always together from the good to the bad. He speaks of the benefits, the pros and the cons of the plant that has helped him feel less withdrawn. With guests from all walks, stories to share, Waylon makes sure that no one feels like they're there alone. So come every Wednesday, find your place in his light, where Waylon the indoor farmer invites you to grow not just plants but your soul, your mind, in a world where together we're truly aligned. Tune in, grow with us, let's expand our view on We Grow Wednesday with Waylon. It's true.
Waylon the indoor farmer has a tale to tell. Under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's taught. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, he shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, it shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. We grow and they go on. Growing together
And we're back. What's up, everybody? It's November 26th, 2025. This is We Grow Wednesday, 106 now, Central Time. We come together on Wednesday to kind of take a break, take a step out of our everyday life in order to look at what's happening around us. And when I say that, I'm talking about the important stuff: our food, our health, our agriculture. What is going on out there? What's going on with our medicine and different things like that? We look into the psilocybin and the psychedelics and the cannabis. So this show is kind of completely centered around, what keeps us healthy. And I'm not the healthiest guy in the world. I'm not an expert, but you know what? We should make this. This should be a mainstream topic. This should be more normalized in our culture and our kitchen table issues, talking about these kind of things. And it stems from my main conversation, which is that everybody can be a little bit more self-sustainable. Taking just the smallest steps towards a little more self-sustainable life is something that I think, personally, I don't see a reason to never or to ever not be doing that, looking towards a more healthy, sustainable life. It doesn't matter where you are on that in that line, but the direction is always obvious, in my opinion, humble opinion. I'm pulling up a couple things here, guys. We're going to pull up some wonderful Facebook stories that I've saved, and we're going to look into it. Some of them, which you can't tell if they're real or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to then maybe cross-reference, search it up, and check out maybe what Grok tells us about it. If you are watching on the Rumble or Facebook, feel free to come find us on YouTube sometime. I mean, check out my YouTube channel. It's basically everything all inside one channel, all my different shows. So if you have a YouTube, I do appreciate a follow. And appreciate some tags and shares. Let's get some friends up in here. Well, they're going to do a door prize a little bit later, of course. I do want to point out that I have a contest that I put up, but I don't think anyone's really entered it yet specifically, or at least they haven't read the directions fully. The contest is for anybody that decorates their home for Christmas and enjoys the decorating, enjoys their setup, whatever it is, indoors, outdoors. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific. But what I'm looking for is, it's going to be a part of game night next month, and game night will include most of them, but some of them may be just, some of these pictures may be just featured additionally. When I mean pictures, what I'm asking for is a picture of your decorations, a picture of the decorations, and then a second picture where some things are moved around in those decorations. Maybe just a picture of the tree and some of the ornaments are moved around, whatever that is. If it doesn't end up happening, it doesn't happen. But I'm trying to give away about $150 to a winner for a contest in that respect. So if anybody's interested, go check it out. It's pinned on the top of my profile on Facebook. If you have any questions, ask, and somebody will either help you in the comments, or I can maybe catch the comment and answer that myself. Okay, so let me go over here and find my saved. Where did I? Here it is. Okay, let's share this in. Let's share it in, because I got a bunch of stuff to look at, and then we're going to check out we got a few websites that we look at every week that are pretty sort of health savvy. What's going on in the comments here? We got some ladies of WTIF in the house. Thank you, ladies, for the hashtags and any tagging or sharing that you might do. I appreciate it. Do we send the pictures to me? Yes, to my DMs, Alice. If you have a problem with the second part of the contest, where you have to send me a second picture that's about in the same area, same angle, but with some items moved around, like up to 5 items moved around, then I can actually probably do that with AI. I could probably just take your picture and ask it to move some things around. I don't know if it would be the same or if it would look good or not. It's something I'd have to try for people, but yeah, if it's something that you're interested in, go check it out. And I guess, I mean, we're going to need at least one, or no, not one. We're going to need more than one. We're going to need a few for each week. So I'm going to need a bunch, but for some reason, I thought it would catch on. People maybe are skeptical. I don't know. All right, so here's some stories that I saved that I wanted to look at. Here's something that I've talked about in the past. This is a design for reusing shipping containers. I'm going to read what they have to say, but I'm probably going to disagree with it. Let's see what they say. From shipping containers to a stunning modern forest home, this incredible before and after transformation shows you 4 simple shipping containers were turned into a warm, stylish, and fully livable modern cabin in the heart of the forest. In this first image, the bright green containers from the basic U-shaped construction around a timber-framed central roof, an ambitious build just beginning to take shape. The second image reveals the breathtaking final result, a beautiful finished container home featuring large windows, natural wood siding, and an inviting A-frame roof. The spacious front deck creates a perfect spot for outdoor living. Surrounded by peaceful nature, inside the containers seamlessly connect to form a bright, open, and cozy family space. This transformation shows how creative, smart design and a few shipping containers can create a dream home that feels both modern and deeply connected to the landscape. Okay, there's a lot that they left out of this, and they being this page on Facebook called Shipping Container Homes. And I just got to say right off the bat, a lot of people have had this idea. A lot of people try to take the used shipping containers, the ones that have been beaten up and shipped all over the world, and they have tried to do that. It just isn't possible. Those used shipping containers are just, what's the word? Compromised. They're compromised. Excuse me, let me get a drink here. The structural integrity. I just talked about this not too long ago, so I won't spend a lot of time, but yeah, if I click this, we'll look at it a little closer. So they painted it, and they say there's 4 of them. It looks like 2 big ones, but I guess they're just connected to each other. It looks to me like that's just the porch. The shipping containers are just like the porch and a little part of the walls inside. This might actually be a functional design compared to what people try and do with the other ones. But once you cut doors and windows into these, or if you cut just windows and use the doors like they are, they cut windows into the doors though. Cutting windows into this structure will lessen its structural integrity. I don't know if they took that into consideration. It might be possible to do the math and calculate how much you lose, and is that similar amount to what you would say have up with logs or whatever alternate material. So it is something that I guess can be done, but definitely do not fantasize about this unless you look into it, because most of the building specs and things that you would want in your home are not easy to put in a shipping container. If you want to lessen the space inside, you could put an indoor, like an inner wall that would allow you to run wires and cables and pipes and everything. But then that lowers your square footage, and so there's a lot of different things that go into it. Plus, it's expensive. It's not as cheap as what it sounds like when you're quote reusing, a discarded container. Anyway, thought it was interesting design, Middle of the woods. I'm guessing it's near a road. It's near something somewhere. Alright. Here we go. What's next here? University of Maine study finds a scientist made a waterproof coating from edible mushrooms that could replace plastic wrap. Now this is exciting. I'd love to see something replace a lot of plastic. Maybe not all plastic, but it could replace a lot of plastic. Let's see what they say. Now, this is definitely one to look up and find out if it's real. This is made using AI. Well, this isn't. This is just a looks like double Ziploc bag with a burger inside of it somehow sideways. So I don't know why they would make the image with AI if you're just going to put something in a piece of a Ziploc bag, but it is what it is. We'll read what they say and let's see if it's really for real or not. The University of Maine study shows scientists created natural waterproof coating using the turkey tail mushrooms mycelium combined with cellulose nanofibrils, aiming to replace plastic food wrap and synthetic cup linings. The synthetic cup linings is huge. People don't realize that a lot of cups that you buy or you get from like a restaurant or something that's not plastic, but maybe paper or metal or something, it actually has a lot of times has a plastic lining. It says the fungal film formed a tight protective surface that blocked water, oil, and grease, with water droplets beating on treated materials instead of soaking in. Untreated materials, my bad. Untreated materials. So that's not even. So they maybe will use it to line other things, like say paper or something. The coating also resisted liquids like N-heptane, toluene, and castor oil, providing effective across multiple conditions. Mycelium materials are gaining interest globally, with projects in Singapore and the UK exploring mushroom-based cooling tiles and lightweight concrete alternatives. Okay, mushroom-based cooling tiles. Interesting. So, see, that's a good question. Someone says, does it decompose in the landfill, or is it a forever plastic? A bunch of replies to that. There's a lot of comments on this, and I'm not going to get into it, but what we can do is we can ask Grok. Let's see what Grok, the last picture I made of my dapper self from yesterday's show. I didn't want to use this one because my face looks a little bit weirder, and it's using a shirt that I didn't ask it to use. But anyway, back to Grok. Let's add the University of, what was it? University of Maine. Let's see what Grok says. Did the University of Maine discover a way to use mushrooms as a type of plastic replacement? It says yes. Researchers at the University of Maine have developed a sustainable waterproof coating derived from the mycelium root-like structure of the turkey tail mushroom. Okay, we don't have to read anymore. Well, let's check this part. While this is a promising step forward towards mushroom-based plastic replacements, it's focused on coatings rather than fully structural plastics, and further development is needed for widespread commercialization. Separate efforts in Maine, like the startup Myco Boys, are exploring mycelium for other plastic alternatives such as foam buoys and aquaculture. Interesting. Okay, so it's mostly in the spraying of like coatings of things, but hey, you know what? I'd be happy if that could replace plastics on a large scale, or just the coatings, plastics, coating things. All right, what else we got here? It says we're gonna ask Grok what it thinks here. Scientists have found a hidden prehistoric world beneath Antarctica's ice, frozen for 34 million years. That's intense. I saw this on the X-Men as a kid, so I wonder how real it is. Beneath nearly 2 kilometers of Antarctic ice, scientists have uncovered a hidden world frozen in time for more than 34 million years. Using satellite, radar, and radio echo mapping, they revealed an ancient landscape of valleys, ridges, and massive riverbeds the size of Maryland. Terrain sculpted long before Antarctica became the icy desert we know today. This remarkable discovery points back to an era when the continent was part of Gondwana. Gondwana? Never heard of that one. A warm and vibrant supercontinent covered in rivers, forests, and thriving ecosystems. Because the ice above this region is cold based and barely moves, the land has remained perfectly preserved, acting as a natural time capsule that may hold clues about Earth's ancient climate and life. It points to the pole shift. This points to the pole shift, big time. Pole shift like over like a 1 day period, 90 degrees, and suddenly you got the equator turns into one of the poles, and you've got a problem. Okay, let's see. Did scientists discover how do we put it? Not if I say it the wrong way, it's gonna sound like I'm asking if they found like aliens under there. Did they discover a world under the ice? Did they discover a how would I word it? How about this? Something under the ice in Antarctica. I don't know how to spell Antarctica. I hope that was right. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you coming into the house today, chilling. Let me pull out the bong. I like to pull out the bong when it's nice, quiet, slow episode, slow day, quiet day, vacation day. My son's off school already, so hanging out, chilling all day. Let's see. Recent scientists discovered under Antarctica's ice in 2025. Yes, scientists have made several groundbreaking discoveries beneath Antarctica's ice sheet in 2025, revealing ancient landscapes, thriving ecosystems. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Interesting. Okay. Look, I'm not saying that Grok is a be-all, end-all, but they are basically searching multiple different articles and stuff like that. So, I mean, we'll go with it for now. It kind of at least corroborates this. What do you guys think about this? Like, they could, if the poles shift again, we might be moving to Antarctica. They already say our magnetosphere is weakening a little bit. There's a lot of theories that it's going to happen at the point that it happens. Our planet will be without a magnetosphere for a short time, like 24 hours, and during that time, we will just be wide open to all the space dust and debris and stuff that we're actually getting hit with all the time anyway, that usually just bounces off from the magnetosphere. It's kind of crazy. Oh, I see the smoke emojis coming up in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, welcome to Whalen Wednesday, Peter. Hello, hello. What do you think of this, Peter? Didn't we grow up thinking that there was something under the ice in Antarctica? Isn't this a long time theory? But now they're saying that they've proved it using some ground penetrating radar or radio waves. And what was it? Let's see. It says it here somewhere. They discovered it using satellite radar and echo mapping. Radio echo mapping. Very interesting. You don't like the cold, Alice? Well, it wasn't always cold. That's what it's saying here. This is like, it looks like I forget what they called it. There's a whole like world in the X-Men universe that has like dinosaurs and everything still alive, and it's underneath the ice, but the ice there's like a dome where they're protected. No one can see them. A little bit like the story of, say, the North Pole and Santa Claus. You know, like they're hidden under the ice. You just can't see them. It's kind of the idea there. I don't happen to have a compass on me right now, but if the magnetosphere is weakening, the compass would be acting up. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, let's get to the next one here. That is a concern of mine, the magnetosphere, and not just for, you know, the pole shift where we suddenly ice here and it's warm there, and there's a lot of danger for a day when we don't have a magnetosphere. All of those things are terrible, and they all happen at some point if that's true. But the other thing that I'm concerned about with this whole idea is that our brains work off of a magnetosphere type of frequency happening. There's a magnet, like a mini magnetosphere inside of each body, kind of, if I'm explaining that correctly. But the point is, they have been able to disrupt that, and they've been able to cause people to kind of go insane just by putting magnets around your head for too long. And so I fully see this change in society where people seem to be going insane, using less logic, using less, critical thinking. And it could be tied to not only the chemicals and everything and all this, the forever chemicals, this and that, any boogeyman that you pick, it could be tied to. But at the same time, it could also be tied to this, a massive change in our magnetic sort of wavelengths, and people aren't all able to hold it together, I guess. That's my thought. We are looking at this like a good thing nature's rule will be in effect. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Hey, thanks, Kayla. Why do people think it will flip instead of gradually turn over? I think the reason that they think it's going to happen in one day is because of a few things. Some of it would be archaeological evidence and geological evidence that shows massive change in like a very short period of time in the past. That's probably one indicator. I'm not saying I believe or disbelieve. It's just that's one reason they say that. But they also think that this comes from like the center of the galaxy, I think, and the center of the galaxy does, like the black hole, I guess, does some sort of flip or some kind of maneuver, which will ripple out towards every solar system and cause even our sun to change. I don't know if flip is the right word or not, but it's an interesting theory, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of things that happen to our planet over a long period of time, say 20,000 years, that can be almost predicted. There's a lot of those things like meteors that we know come by every so many years, and different things that I believe definitely something like that. It's also part a little bit, in if we get a little conspiratorial, it's a little bit part of what they have listed in the Fermi's paradox, if anybody knows about that. It's just like sort of ideas of why we haven't been able to, say, get out there farther or maybe see other alien species or whatever. And there are some theories that we can't, because we are constantly being knocked back into the Stone Age every 20,000 years, and we just can't seem to get past certain things like an asteroid impact or a big solar flare or something like that. So there's a list of things like that happen to us that just seem to cause us some problems, right? Every so many thousands of years. I like history. I like thinking about all that stuff. Some of it can be, a lot of it, I say, would be valuable towards the future, of course. Let's look into some chicken mutant birds to bringing up the past. Chicken mutant birds. Let's listen to what this guy.
It's chicken.
Evidently, it's Kiawakin. I'm not saying that right, I'm sure, but he's got a problem with chicken here. Let's hear what he has to say.
Chicken good to eat. No, chicken is a carcinogen. Chicken is not good to eat. Chicken is not even an original bird. They recorded it in Israel. But they mix a gray jungle winged fowl with a red jungle winged fowl, and that's where you get a chicken. If you look in the definition, they say chicken come from a dinosaur. That is a lie. Chicken don't come from a dinosaur. It's a made-up species. We're actually out of it. So all of y'all eating chicken wings from KFC and chicken Popeyes and all of that, y'all eating meat.
I don't know. It says you're eating shit meat. I mean, I get that it's definitely not the chicken that we grew up with.
I feel like it's healthier. Okay.
Chicken? Chicken breast is pretty lean.
Well, I know it's better for you.
Told it's healthier.
Oh, this music's gonna get me.
The lines.
I want to play the audio for you guys, but follow me on Rumble. That's all I can say.
This means that the chicken you're eating
has that disorder.
Cheers.
Eating rats, eating mice, eating all types of things, but you ain't eating chicken. There's not enough chicken in the world. Look at what Wingstop sell a year alone. Look at what KFC, how many chickens they sell a year alone. Look at Popeyes, how many chickens they sell a year alone.
America's love affair with chicken is leading to shortages now across the country, much of it being fueled by the chicken sandwich craze at fast food chains. Restaurants such as KFC and Bojangles say they are having a hard time keeping up with that soaring demand. It's not just chicken sandwiches, by the way, chicken wings flying off the shelf.
I'm not even talking about the small, chicken stores. It ain't enough chickens. Ain't nobody growing that many chickens. We talking about clone chickens and we talking about mice. We talking about rats and we talking about meat that they're feeding people. And they got us under these sacrifices, y'all. You participating in sacrifices to Baal and Baal Peor and you don't even know it. And that's why it's very, very important that we grow our own food. And if you are eating meat, which I am totally against because I don't think you should kill, something shouldn't have to truly suffer.
He's already, okay.
You see that?
So finally he gets to the root of the issue. He doesn't like eating meat in general. So he spent almost 2 minutes telling us why chicken is bad for you before he finally says, well, I don't actually like any meat, just to let you know, no matter what you say, whether how healthy it is, I'm going to say no to meat. So he finally tells us this 2 minutes in.
And that's why fruit was made for humans, because fruit don't suffer. When you pluck a fruit, you're plucking it from the plant. You're not plucking the whole plant. See what I'm saying? So that's why fruit was made for us, to be honest. We're frugivores naturally. But when you look at what's going on, there's a big ritual going on that you are a part of subconsciously and you don't even know it, because you are letting other people control what you eat. You are letting other people control what you drink. You are letting other people control what you wear, what you put on your skin. You are letting other people control what type of your hairstyle is. You letting other people mold and shape you through social media, through television, through programming, through the radio, through frequency. Look, this is psychological warfare, and you're losing.
He says you're letting people manipulate you while he's making a very manipulative video, and not acknowledging that every person is influenced by other people around you, like the environment around you. It doesn't matter if the internet was never existed, never created. You are influenced by people around you. Like, that's just a thing. And this guy's influencing you while saying, "Hey, you're allowing yourself to be influenced, but listen to me."
Right now, brothers like me, brothers like all of the high dimensional frequency brothers out here, and sisters, we out here just trying to show you to wake up. Hey, we at war. You sleep, you distracted, take your life back, because it's gonna come to a time where you gonna wish you knew how to grow your own food. You be like, dang, I should have been listening to Yaki 10 years ago. I can grow my food by my front window. I don't even need a yard to grow food. Dang, I should have been hustling up and finding community and buying some land. Like, in a couple years, The Agenda 2030 is real, y'all.
And the globalist agenda that we call Agenda 2030, but it really is the end of nation states and global governance by regions. It comes right out of Brzezinski and Kissinger and all the people that have turned this world upside down, and we are turning it right side up.
It's written in stone. It's real. So it behooves us to
written
prepare.
In stone, he said.
Let's say it don't happen. At least we was prepared. Let's say all of this is a big conspiracy theory, right? Which it's not. At least.
Okay, guys. I don't know if we need to watch all 12 minutes or 13 minutes of this guy. I thought it was a shorter reel. By all means, go and follow him. And I see what Peter says. Campbell's Soup admitted they use created chicken. I don't know what that means. Created chicken, like we have maybe made clones of chicken, but I know they've also, this guy in the beginning here, he says that chicken is actually a combination of two other birds that we made happen a long time ago. Well, that happens all the time. Most of our vegetables are hybrids. A lot of vegetables are hybrids, and I don't know what is natural anymore, unless you go and forage, I guess. You might find, just like natural things. Or we talked about like different kinds of weeds that are actually medicinal or edible. Tree leaves, different leaves on trees that are edible. We talked about that last week. You don't trust chicken or anything in a can, Jess? Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm totally in agreement that I don't trust the meat today, but I also don't trust an anti-meat person to tell me about problems with meat. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely good meat and bad meat. I think nobody would disagree to that, right? There's also certain animals that are just known to have dirtier meat, like I would assume rats, but I'm trying to think of. We got garbage pandas, raccoons that we call garbage pandas. I'm sure their meat would be not so good now. Pigs, I think, have a tendency to eat anything. They only eat till they're full, though, which is a misconception that people have about pigs. They won't eat just everything, I think, but they will eat almost everything. You don't like canned foods? What's wrong with canned foods, though, Jess? You can can good food. You can, take good, clean food and can it, and you're good. You love meat, but you love meat, butt, and vegetables? But I don't like canned food. I mean, some canned food doesn't taste great, but hey, you gotta live. My son bought 30 baby chickens and ducks. They started laying some yummy eggs. Nice. Real eggs. Too much sodium in canned food. Okay, well, that's true. A lot of salt used for preservative back in the day. Right, Peter, that's for sure. I mean, you can eat. Hell, I think they studied dirt to find out that dirt is edible. Like, you're gonna get some nutrients out of it. But yeah, anything is tasty if you're hungry enough. That's for sure. Like human. Printed meat, yeah. Printed meat, so they're not even doing like fully cloning the animals. They're just. It's basically. I don't know. Maybe I don't know the difference really between cloning just organs or printing the meat. Would you also consider that maybe a cloned organ? Because I know they can grow organs now and not have to grow the entire whatever it is. I mean, I think they're talking about being able to grow lungs back for people, things like that. We'll see. I don't know how insane that will get eventually. We've seen movies. There's been movies about it. All right, what do we got next here? Oh, okay. My friends over at Whispering Wind Ranches celebrating a year of impact. I love it. Let's see what they say. Okay, pause, because sometimes you're so deep in the work, mud on your boots, gloves torn, coffee cold, that you forgot to look up and go, dang, we actually did all that. This year, our little nonprofit moved mountains and a literal ton of trash. Here's the highlight reel. Installed composting toilets in our offices. Nice. Plus visitor center. Less waste, more sustainability, and honestly, they're kind of cool. Set up rain catching or catchment system to keep our wildlife watering stations flowing, and deer have reviews pending. Nice. Developed 15 brand new meadows packed with native trees, grasses, and wildflowers because the birds and pollinators deserve a 5-star buffet. That's true. Picked up 1 ton of trash. Yep, 2,000 pounds of who even throws this out here. And so out at the ranch, they had to pick up trash probably that blows from the highway or something. Maintained crucial fire service roads plus fire breaks to help protect our land and our community. Donated firewood to families and elderly neighbors. Hosted active duty military veteran and their families for healing time in nature. I should go check that out. Funded educational grants and donated food locally because community care isn't optional. That's the point. And here's the part where we get a little mushy. Thank you. Every follower, every donate. Okay, so this is where they thank everyone. So what's coming up? We've got plans, big, messy, beautiful ones. Launching our summer day camp. Oh, nice. Building a community greenhouse to grow food, native plants, and maybe little hope while we're at it. Expanding wildlife, watering stations because the critters never stop asking. Rehabbing more natural habitats, more meadows, and biodiversity. More breathing room for the land. Interesting. Very cool, very cool. Shouts out to Whispering Wind Ranch. Follow them on Facebook. Okay, what's next? A pillow review. Check out.
Here's why you're wasting money on pillows.
Pillow
I'm going to
review.
show you what makes a good pillow and a bad pillow. This cervical pillow is pretty firm and it's just simply not comfortable. It feels like you just lay your head on top of it instead of you sinking in at all. But at first glance, it looks like a pretty good pillow. There's only a very narrow area that keeps your head and neck aligned, and it restricts your movement. Get a pillow that is ideal for your preferred sleeping positions and adapts to you, not to mention the lowest memory foam quality. With this pillow, you adapt to the pillow instead of the pillow adapting to you. Fluffy hotel style feels soft, and you guessed it, fluffy, but this is what lets it go flat throughout the night. It's super soft without the support. Why get one when you can have both? This one I can tell immediately puts a kink in my neck in every position. On your back it's too fluffy, on your stomach it's too fluffy. Don't waste your money. Look at this memory foam return. That's what you want to see in your pillow. This is the softest pillow I've ever touched and the only one that doesn't go flat. This pillow relieves pressure points and encourages optimal posture while you sleep in any position. That's due to their patented 6 ergonomic zones, which include built-in arm cradles that give your shoulder room to rest naturally. This reduces compression and improving circulation so you don't have numbness in your hands. It's the pillow upgrade we've all been waiting for. The work so you don't have to. I've tried 50 pillows over the last couple of months, and Mellow
50 pillows.
All of the rest. Here's why you're wasting money on pillows.
Mellow. This comes from a gal named Heim Health. Heim Health. I've not followed her. Oh. The Mellow Sleep. Mellow Pillow. I've not heard of Mellow Pillow. It does kind of look like a marshmallow. I'll give it that. Points for looks. But yeah, the hard pillow, I don't know. So lately I've been sleeping with 2 pillows under my head, and it's all right. Like, it gives my shoulder a little bit more room, but then then your neck is kind of cranked a little bit more, and I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys have one big fluffy pillow? Do you have multiple pillows all over your bed? A lot of ladies do that. They have like a dozen pillows. Trying to take your first cheesecake or eat your first cheesecake? I could go for some cheesecake. I'm actually fasting today. I don't know if I'm going to eat tonight or not. I might eat later. Alright, what's next? I do worry about pillows, and I think about my neck because my shoulders both. I roll back and forth between shoulder to shoulder, and I try to lay on my back some as well, but I just can't stay there. I can't stay laying on my back. Oh, are you gonna make some cheesecake? That makes more sense. I thought it was like a cheesecake gummy or something you were gonna take. Yeah, so anyway, that's enough about pillows, but definitely want to look into the mellow pillow. Alice says Hong Kong has a fire in a big high rise, and right now they are saying 229 missing and 18 deceased. We can check that out. Okay, 4 hours ago, horrifying visuals from Hong Kong. Several buildings burned, more than a dozen people burned alive. Rescue teams are trying very hard, wishing for safety for everyone. Wow. That's, yeah, so we haven't quite figured out how to live stacked on top of ourselves like that. Not like just too many, like there's room on the planet. I think I fully believe that we can spread out versus going up like that. I think there's a reason to make buildings going up, like say well, I don't know, any building that's sufficiently high up is very at danger to have something like this happen, or something like the World Trade Center, whether or not it was a plane hitting it, but just something like a fire in a large building makes it really difficult to get out. Look at this car at the bottom here. It almost runs into the truck, or maybe it does run into the truck because it's busy looking at the fire too, I'm sure. Wow. I'm not looking at the... I don't want to listen to that. Is this even... again, I don't know if this is true footage. It's from someone who looks like they might be from Taiwan, possibly, or Hong Kong. Wow. Yeah, Alice, I've lived in apartments not nearly that big, like three stories, or 3 levels tall, not that tall. Yeah, that's true, Peter. They definitely they don't really care too much about the citizenry. But I think they're a lot of, I guess, first world countries are having problems with replacement birth rates. I think China is too. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up to be sure, but I thought they might be too. There's a still picture. Wow. Wow. Well, prayers for all the family and the people who are still in there. I mean, this was from this morning, 7:44. That is just, that's got to be crazy hot. Some different angles from it. China Daily Asia. China Daily Asia here. Let's see. The fire was upgraded to a number 5 by 8:20 p.m. The fire had resulted in 13 deaths. So this is last night. Firefighting operation are underway. Cause of the fire is still under investigation, of course. So I wonder if, like, I wonder if it must be like an older building, because don't they have? I feel like maybe not. Obviously, it takes a while to replace buildings with these newer buildings that are like fireproof buildings, and or they have like fire systems that. Maybe it's Japan, but I know there's a country that's got these advanced buildings that probably in certain areas where they get built, but this could be, you know, could be some older projects that they were hoping to get rid of, if you know what I'm saying. We'll see what they find as the cause. All I'm saying is if they say if the cause of the fire was some kind of like a bat at a wet market from a few miles away, we're gonna know something's up. Wow, it just looks like molten lava now. It's from 1 hour ago. The page today. Massive fire engulfs Wang Fuk Court, Tai Po District in Hong Kong's Tai Po District. At least 36 dead, 29 injured, and 279 still missing after blaze spreads rapidly through high-rise towers via bamboo scaffolding. Over 200 firefighters battling the inferno. Xi Jinping, or I'm sorry, Xi Jinping. There's no two G's. Sends condolences. I mean, what are they? How can they fight that kind of fire? It's got to be air. We've got to have planes dropping fire retardant all over the place, but then you have all the people around. I wonder. Authorized 50 home loans for this specifically. People are waking up, figuring out the system and realizing it isn't built for them. Why would you have children to put into this game? I don't know. I mean, when you say the system and the game, like, it changes every, hundreds of years go by, and like it's a whole different. I just think it's, the world doesn't stop turning. And one thing that can help, I personally think that can help families get through, it's by having bigger families and actually getting back to family again. Everyone hates their family because they have all these like fake friends and people that they think are friends that are all over the world, and you do have real friends all over the world as well, but you don't need to discount your family because you found some person in another country that just loves you. I think family is as important now as it ever has been, and that's just my opinion, I guess. I don't disagree that things there's plenty of things that need to be changed, but the problem is you and I, or me and two people may not agree on what we want to see happen, what we want to see the outcome, in whatever scenario that might be. And that's the problem. Might end up compartmentalizing more, which can be pretty bad. That's from 3 hours ago. Okay, 28 minutes ago. That looks like it could be fake. It's okay, same picture. All right, we don't need to keep going down that road, but yeah, very sad, and I hope it wasn't some kind of excuse to get rid of some high rises that were old. Who knows? Made of bamboo scaffolding everywhere. Let's see, I want to make sure I didn't go too far here. I'm watching, waiting for you to come on. For me, Alice? The person that sleeps with two pillows. Oh, nice. I'm here. Are you? Is there an issue on the Rumble? I wonder. Just the way it's. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a struggle. Just like the guy that earlier that was against chicken and against meat. He's like, oh, I just shouldn't have to suffer. Well, that's life. I mean, life is suffering. Like the plant is technically meeting resistance all day. All plants outside, they're meeting resistance through either insects or wind or rain or weather, sun. All of it is a resistance that, or a struggle, you might say, that actually helps the plant grow. Just like us, we need struggle. So for him to be like, oh, we should only eat things that didn't struggle, like, well, that's not life then. Let's see what this guy has to say. How to never get sick again. I don't think I read or heard the whole thing, but it's pretty short. Okay.
My first advice: stop eating animals.
See,
I've been a human being for 74 years now, and I'm not eating animals in 51 years, so just stop eating those things, but don't go eat plastic, don't go eat rubber, don't go eat, garbage now, don't go eat cellulose. You want to eat living foods, plant foods. So my first advice is definitely get out of the animal kingdom. Leave the animals alone. The foods that are best to gain weight are the bulking foods, protein, of course, and complex carbohydrate, starch, but I don't really recommend those too highly. So I would say protein, nuts, seeds, avocados, fat, fat, that's it. So you got it. Plant foods, the clean ones, nuts, seeds, avocados, those are my top. Start enjoying plant foods. The best one to begin with, in terms of like really going into plant foods and loving it, unquestionably, fruits. But you may have an issue with fruits because your system may have been corrupted. So go slow with the fruits if you're not, 100%, ready for major cleansing.
Ready to have the shits.
I never lost my balance. I'm active and I'm always on balance. And what do I drink daily? Coconut water. The water from the young coconut. Nothing else would do for me. I'm doing a good 6 to 8 coconuts a day. Wow. We're talking electrolytes. That's the daily balancer. I mean, electromagnetic, alkaline, 7.6. You can't get any more balance than that. Coconut water.
I got ladybug down here somewhere, and it just landed in my head. Hope I didn't kill it. You okay? Where'd you go, ma'am? All right, what does it say here? If you want to detox and cleanse toxins and mucus from your colon and the rest of your body, check the comment section to get your juicing recipe. So he's got a juicing detox recipe in the comments. Must be here, how to heal your body by juicing. So I've heard some people doing a juicing cleanse, but you could look at a cleanse from a lot of angles, from just a reduction of different foods. So like a limiting of down to a specific food. So you can do a vegan type cleanse where you're just eating fresh vegetables. You could do a carnivore type cleanse where you're just eating animal products, which actually does help cleanse your system because you're breaking down to just one type of food and taking away all of the other complex preservatives and additives and all this other stuff, starches and things like that, because your body actually does not need fiber if you don't eat plant matter, which is crazy. So this is another guy that's against meat. Now, I will say this: whether you're for meat, for vegetables, for both, every person is different. Every single person is different, and we all have to kind of figure out for ourselves what kind of person we are. And by that, I mean some people can digest plants and vegetables a lot easier and a lot more well, I covered it with easier, but yes, a lot more smoothly and more efficiently than other people, and can live a lot longer on a vegan diet. But I have yet to see anyone who's lived on a vegan diet their whole life. Like, I don't personally think it's good for you, but that's just my opinion. I think everybody's different though. Like, that part is not an opinion. Everybody's ability to use different types of nutrients and different types of foods are different, and that's why they couldn't create that. There was like an all-in-one pill. What was it, Soylent? Come out with this pill. They tried to have a pill that was like, you eat this and you have everything that you need, but they couldn't do that because everybody's so different, height and weight and size and all of that. It's just it's not possible. So you can't just go out there and say, hey, you need this, you need that. I think I could safely say people need to eat more meat, because the people that do eat meat don't necessarily eat just like fresh whole meat. You know, we're eating stuff that has meat in it, which might not even be meat, or might not be what we think it is. It could be, you know, whatever else, rat. And so, yeah, you might be eating quote unquote meat, but you're not really eating good quality, higher quality meat. Anyway. Let's see if it goes to anything else. No, I think that's just advertising at the end there. Interesting though, very interesting. Like, I don't think it's bad for anyone to do like give it a try. Let me do just vegetables for 30 days or something. You might not like it. You might not have not have the best reaction, and find out, okay, well, that's not my type. That's not my body type. I need I need to add other things back in. And when he was talking about proteins, there's different types of protein. The protein that you get from a steak is not the same protein that you get from peanut butter or from, you know, legumes. It's not the same protein. It's also not the same amount. Of course, that's a big difference. Like, in order to get the same amount of protein, you have to eat a lot of plant material. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the type of protein. They are different types of protein. So no one who is for who's against eating animals ever really brings that up. It's like, well, you know, you kind of need both types. Let's see, what do we got here from Carolyn Bailey? Sometimes all we need to do is read and study the old-fashioned way to be disciplined with our food, and a lot of issues will resolve themselves. Go research. Okay, so I'm gonna check this out, but I'm gonna do the number post real fast, or number spin real fast. Have a good one, Peter. Probably in a Japanese beetle. There's a lot of those. I brought a ladybug down here like a week or two ago. I pulled that up on a show one day on how to see the difference of Japanese beetle and a ladybug. There are ways to tell the difference for sure. Let's see, anything else? Miralax can clean you out. That's right. Be me for a day. Yeah, I get it. I mean, if some people didn't struggle more than other people, then we would not have an idea of what, you know, better feels like, or an idea of what it looks like to you know, have different, like, you know what, there's things that every person is going through that is unique to them, and then there's also something that every person that you meet knows that you don't know. And I just love that about the chaos that is the randomness of the way life works. Okay, so we're gonna read that in just a minute here. Let me go over here and check. Looks like Chris needs a number. Chris, is that going to be number 16? Yeah. I got to go check. Nope, he's got one right here. I gave him one already. Why do people keep doing this to me? There's like 4 people this week that have commented after I gave them a number. Gotta stop doing that to me. All right, so we had number 14 and number 13 win already. 2 number ones because whoever comments first gets 2 spots on the wheel. Check the time. Okay. Let's do the spin. We got one more spin. We'll do another one tomorrow night on people in the boxes. This spin is exclusively for subscribers of my Locals community at the indoorfarmer.locals.com. Over on locals.com. It's free to sign up. It's free to join the community, but it's $2 a month or $20 for a whole year to get on this wheel. I hope you'll join. We had somebody comment from Twitch a little while ago. It's interesting. Great day. The person's called Great Day, but there's no comment. It just shows them watching. Interesting. Ooh, are we getting the number 1 this time? Okay. No, 15 it looks like. Yep, think. 15, I think, is Mr. Joe Orzel. Joe Orzel, number 15. Let's go double check. Yep. Congrats, Joe. And, of course, we will do a door prize spin a little bit later here in the episode, so chill, hang out for that. All right, we got some more things to look at here. So I don't know if any of this is true. It's another thing to probably go search. It's from Carolyn Bailey, but it says parasite in the gut is called IBS. A parasite in the liver is called hepatitis. A parasite in the blood is called anemia. A parasite in the brain is called MS. A parasite in the hands is called RA. A parasite in the skin is called a rash. A parasite in the muscles is called fibromyalgia. A parasite in the eyes is called floaters. A parasite in the intestines is called colitis. So, actually, I don't think I talked about this last week, but let's see, November 17th. Yeah, it wouldn't have been then. So, yeah, I think it's a good idea to do a cleanse, whether that's some kind of a fruit juice cleanse or a ivermectin or some kind of cleanse. I think we should all do a parasite cleanse. I'm gonna try and do one soon, and I'm gonna try to journal it. I don't know, capture. I guess give you the play-by-play. Talk about it while it's happening. Go research now to help yourself is always a good idea. So there's a link here to Carolyn Bailey. I now offer videograms. Oh, videograms. That's not a link to like the parasite in the wallet is called IRS. That's funny. First fenbenzol or whatever, Fenben, and Albin, and ivermectin since February. I've been, after being diagnosed with stage 4 squamous cell cardioma. My sinuses. I was told I had 18 months to 2 years to live. Wow, who knows? This is probably, it's just a random commenter, so I don't know. But interesting. It's a thought. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of things that can be explained by a parasite, but that doesn't mean you have one. But luckily, it's not typically dangerous to do a parasite cleanse, right? Well, I'm not going to record it per se, Jess, but I'm going to give you I'll give you some play-by-play on it. You know what I mean? Not per se. Okay, this next one here. No microwaves. Oh, no, I think we did look at this last week. So now I think we're getting into, not last week, was it Was I off last week? Yeah, it was last week I was off, so... Walk on Clouds, it's free. I think we did talk about these. Okay, I gotta do better at keeping track of that. Actually, there was some before that we didn't talk about. Anybody eat eggs? Eating more eggs is good for your brain, they say now. So some say don't eat animals, some say some animals are good. I don't remember if I talked about. It's going to be hard for me to pick out the ones we didn't hit last week, so I'm going to have to just get better at finding out where I stopped at. There's a lot here, so it could have been any of that. I can't do it. I don't want to just sit there rehashing some of the same ones. So we're going to go over here and we're going to check out foodandwine.com. See what's trending. Got Thanksgiving, and I want to pose a question to you guys. I posted in the description, but I don't know. A lot of people don't read it. Do you plan to do it? Normal Thanksgiving this year? Are you planning to do a scaled down Thanksgiving? Are you skipping it altogether? Are you fatigued, I guess, with holiday stuff and all the prices and food stamp issues and all those kind of things? Joe Orzel in the house. Yeah, congrats, Joe. Hey, Cullen, what's up, man? Hey, thanks for coming to find us on the YouTube the other day. We found ultimate pie crust ingredients, 20 affordable American wines. See, look at this. This website is a left-leaning website. I can tell from some of the stories I've read in the past. Maybe at least some of the writers are. I guess I don't know. We'll give them some nuance to that. But for the most part, I feel like it's been left-leaning from what I've seen. But then of course you're not going to see cannabis though here either, which is kind of doesn't make sense. But you are going to see them promoting wines. Yeah, which is probably something where, I don't know, I feel like maybe they're paid by these wine companies to promote them. They do promote a lot of Amazon sales. I feel like Amazon's throwing them something. No offense, Food and Wine. Hey, hit me up. Reach out to me. We could do an interview. Black Friday cast iron cookware deals. Oh, dude, you guys, this would be awesome. Entire cast iron set like that. It's got to be expensive, though. That's got to be pricey. That's why you don't see a price anywhere. You just see the discount up to 59%. Here it is. 6-quart cast iron Dutch oven. Just for the Dutch oven, $75. It's not that bad. Cast iron griddle is $80. Our Place cast iron always pan, $99, and the 4-quart cast iron Dutch oven, $150. So add all that together, you get the full set plus this 9.5-inch enameled cast iron square grill. Wow, that's a lot. That's cast iron, an orange cast iron Dutch oven. Blue cast iron, nice. Enameled cast iron, they call it. Enameled cast iron. I've never heard of or seen such a thing. Ooh, there's a cool fancy one where your spoon fits in there with the lid closed. Look at that. There's a nice big old Dutch oven. I always thought a Dutch oven was something else, but we won't go into that. There's your 3-piece set. There's a Dutch oven where the top is actually a frying pan, I think. Skillet lid, yeah, skillet lid. Skillet. What's this? Multifunction braziers. I guess that's what those are. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. A handle. Ooh, that's good. Or fresh finds. Okay, that's okay. That's really all they had going on. 50 early Black Friday deals on the Le Croissant, Oxo, Yeti, and more. Yeah, they got all the. You can find out what kind of deals that Amazon's selling things for. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really bat an eye at Black Friday. I don't have a list of things I'm hoping to buy that day, or Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday. It's Black Week, where you get this Black Friday. It's Small Business Saturday, Cyber Sunday, and Cyber Monday, or something like that. I don't know what they call the Sunday. Oh man, these are some good looking recipes, I gotta say. A local's guide to the best Sazeracs or drinking. We tried 8 canned cranberry sauces. These 3 are worthy of your Thanksgiving table. Oh, I wonder if Ocean Spray is right up there. Ocean Spray better be one of the top 3. Host Thanksgiving like a pro with 21 timeless tips from food icon. You know what? I should have read this before I had my Friendsgiving. Savor seasonal delights at the world's magical holiday markets. Food and Wine's holiday gift guide has the best picks for everyone on your list. Who we are. Let's see. Liberal. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know who these people are, but they seem like nice folks. Hunter, Sean, Ashley, Michelle, come on the show sometime. We'll talk about it. Marry me chicken crock pot, mac and cheese. Ooh, marry me. Pull apart garlic rolls. Ooh, okay, I'm getting hungry. Well, I haven't eaten today. Let me get out of this website. Let me get out of here. Where else can we go? We haven't been to farmweeknow.com in a little while. If I can find it. It's up here somewhere. We've got marijuanamoment.net, which we will check out, of course. Oh, hey, there's Farm Week now. Oh, this is the paper. Okay, they have like a digital paper. Can I go? I want to go to the newest one, editions. Monday the 27th. No, is that for tomorrow? That's October. Jeez. Monday, November 24th. Okay, this is this Monday. EPA proposes new WOTUS definitions. WOTUS, another acronym. U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers released a proposed rule revising the definition of waters of the United States, applicable to all Clean Water Act programs. According to EPA, the proposed rule would provide a straightforward and common sense approach to the definition of WOTUS, consistent with the U.S. Supreme Court's clear direction in the 2023 Sackett versus EPA ruling. So this is big news. This is headline news. Proposed. So they're putting up a new definition. Okay, specifically the proposed rule would define relatively permanent as waters that are standing or continuously flowing year-round, or at least during the wet season. This would be applicable to the tributaries and the lakes and ponds. Categories define tributaries to ensure only those relatively permanent bodies of water that meet specific requirements be considered jurisdictional. Define continuous surface connection to require wetlands to meet a new two-part test to be jurisdictional. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of, like, seems like a lot of pointlessness, but we'll see. It's down here. IBHE college numbers grow. Okay. What's this here, though? That's a wrap. Many combines such as these in Mason City were parked or put away for the season. Okay, yeah, they're wrapping up the farms. Turkey prices help lower Thanksgiving meal costs. Really? So turkey prices have gone down or something? Is that what they're saying? Although shoppers may notice higher prices for certain ingredients, the overall cost of preparing a Thanksgiving dinner has decreased according to an annual survey from the American Farm Bureau Federation. The AFBF feels like it should be a necklace where it's a heart, you know, the heart is broken in half, right? AF on one side, BF on the other side. I don't know. In its 40th year, the Thanksgiving survey reports a table of classic dishes for 10 people will cost an average of $55.18, or about $5.52 per person, down 5% from last year, but still higher than 4 years ago. The estimated cost in Illinois is 11% below the national average, with an estimated total meal cost of $49.20. Taking center stage in the survey, the most Thanksgiving tables, the turkey drastically decreased in price, helping lower overall meal costs. The average price of a 16-pound frozen turkey is $18.03 in Illinois and $21.50 nationally, with the national price down more than 16% from last year. It's encouraging to see some relief in the price of turkeys, as it is typically the most expensive part of the meal, said AFBF economist Faith Parham. Parham noted farmers are still rebuilding turkey flocks hit hard by highly pathogenic avian influenza, but overall demand has declined. That combination is helping keep turkey an affordable option for families this Thanksgiving. Other ingredients that dropped in price nationally include dinner rolls and stuffing due to lower wheat prices, reducing the cost of flour-based items, along with fresh cranberries, pumpkin pie mix, and pie shell cost stayed. Wow. Ooh, it's a quick take from Cenk, elected NAFB president. Illinois Farm Bureau DeLoss Cenk will serve as president of the National Association of Farm Broadcasting. Oh, wow. I need to get involved in the National Association of Farm Broadcasting. Cenk, senior news anchor for the RFD radio network, was elected Thursday by a vote of his peers during NAFB's annual convention in Kansas City, Missouri. He previously served as president-elect. I'm honored to have an opportunity to serve this organization, which has had such an impact on my career, Cenk said. NAFB has a strong tradition and has played a vital role in communicating and entertaining farm and rural audiences for decades, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Wow. Okay, you know what? I'm muscling in on your territory, Cenk. I'm trying to get the word out to those rural farmers. Bylaw amendments up for debate. Delegate in Illinois Farm Bureau annual meeting will consider 7 proposals to amend IFB's bylaws and standing policy resolutions. I don't know if we need to read about the bylaws. Eagle Landing. Illinois holiday market to return. All right, there's a lot going on here. Illinois Supreme Court reviews Grain Belt Express case. Interesting. Farmers can apply for disaster relief. Trump rolls back reciprocal tariffs. President Donald Trump this month announced plan to roll back reciprocal tariffs on certain agricultural products, including beef and fertilizer. The executive. Jeez. Where was I? Executive order modifies the scope of the reciprocal tariffs he first announced on April 2nd. To address the national emergency posed by the country's trade deficit. The order follows the significant progress the president has made in securing more reciprocal tariff or terms for our bilateral trade relationships. A fact sheet stated President Trump's deals have had and will continue to have broad impact on domestic production and economy as a whole, including enhanced market access for our agricultural exporters. Agricultural products no longer subject to the reciprocal tariffs under the executive order include beef, additional fertilizers, coffee, tea, tropical fruit juices, cocoa, and spices, bananas, oranges, and tomatoes. Order affects all countries regardless of whether they have struck trade deals with the administration to lower their reciprocal rates or not. Grain farmers encouraged to focus on controllables. Yeah, okay. Fall fertilizer applications on track for upcoming season. That's good. Leaders elected to new Illinois Wheat Development Board. Wow. See, it sounds so boring, but like this is what's heck the wheat. There's these whole organizations around wheat and everything, and the wheat is like most of the middle of the grocery store. Most of that stuff that's just like filler, the chips and the cereals and the crackers and the bread and all that. All right, let's get out of Farm Week now. I'm getting depressed over here. What do we got? We got about half an hour. Let's check out marijuanamoment.net and see if there's anything pressing, any new developments. Congressional Democratic lawmakers weigh plans to save hemp industry from looming federal ban. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Let me read the other headlines anyway. 4 hours ago, GOP-controlled Senate committee warns D.C. Thank you, Marijuana Moment. Warns D.C. that marijuana is federally illegal with enhanced penalties for sales near schools. Okay. 21 hours ago, we got as more Americans choose marijuana over alcohol, mainstream media notices the cousin walk, Thanksgiving tradition. The cousin walk. I know what that's about. You guys know about the cousin walk? Let's look at what's going on in the chat. Period. What's up, Elisa? About to head to Walmart soon to get pumpkin pie and soon last minute stuff my mom needs. Nice. Same time, I don't need or want anything. What, Elisa? Too broke to care about Black Friday. Yeah, I don't really care usually about Black Friday either. Colin, when you buy quality products, you only have to cry about the price once, right? That's true. Comes and goes here, sitting in the woods, watching for Bucky. Oh, nice. I hope you get one there, Joe. Get caught up now. Not seeing, oh, I see. Guess I got to switch over to see some comments. You don't do Black Friday, Alice? Yeah, me neither. I'm gonna make a shepherd's pie. And I have Omaha brand of nice, Jess. Shepherd's pie sounds pretty good. Let's see, we got one more released here. Florida marijuana campaign is confident legalization measure will make ballot with 1 million signatures despite state roadblock. So Florida still trying to campaign to legalize cannabis. Interesting. Probably. Well, no, I think they have medical already. Must be a recreational push. All right, this is really the one we want to read, though. Right, food should be on sale for Black Friday, right, Jess? I can't see those comments, Elisa. I guess I'll switch and see what y'all are talking about. All right, let's see here. Congressional Democratic lawmakers weigh plans to save hemp industry from looming federal ban. Let's see what they can do. Minnesota congressional Democrats are committing to preventing the collapse of the hemp industry after lawmakers passed a now signed spending bill banning the sale of most consumable THC products, stressing the need to fix it before recriminalization takes effect next year and laying out opportunities to achieve that. And according to one lawmaker, it's not just Democrats who understand the urgency to prevent the outright ban. Well, yeah, of course. Key GOP leader in the House is also amendable to advancing an alternative policy solution, she said. At a press conference on Monday, Senator Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith, along with Representative Ilhan Omar, addressed the pending hemp prohibition, which they said should be corrected by replacing that policy with a regulatory framework similar to what Minnesota has implemented at the state level to prevent youth access and ensure product safety for adults. Well, hey, Debbie, how are you? Klobuchar, the ranking member of the Senate Agriculture Committee, called this is a pivotal moment for many farmers, workers, and small business owners who have built our state's successful hemp industry. Senator touted the fact that she helped secure language in appropriations. Geez, I don't think I've ever seen that word before. I've heard it. Legislation that provides grant funding for the University of Minnesota to explore novel ways to utilize hemp for industrial purposes, such as constructive materials and pet bedding. Yes, we need at least to be able to start using it for industrial purposes. We need to get the price down. The way the price gets down for things like hempcrete and things like hemp-derived clothing and cloth is by allowing it to be innovated. Innovation and growing in scale helps the price to go down. Let's see. At the same time, however, she said consumables like cannabinoids and infused beverages represent a critical component of the state's economy that's creating jobs and should be protected from federal interference. I'm going to keep reading this. Let me just pull it up like this, since it's just words. Lots of words. Let's see. We are in a good position to try to do something to fix this, she said. This is not easy to say in Washington right now, but we may have a farm bill that's going to be coming through at some point. We'll have other vehicles where we can do something to fix it. Well, I just hope that they don't I know it's going to happen. Get the camera back on me here. I know it's going to happen, but they're going to leverage it for some other thing that they want, meaning anybody that wants to, quote unquote, fix this, they're going to add other things into it. They're going to say, well, we want you to be fully regulated, so they're going to try to bring it under the federal wing. I don't know. We'll see what else they do, but that's my guess on that. Mom still cooks, Elisa? So as long as she cooks, I go there every year. Nice. Yeah, I don't think we will be this year. So I will be doing. We'll have like just a hangout sesh on People in the Boxes tomorrow night. We'll probably still hang out. For anybody that can or that's bored. Let's see, hemp was federally legalized under the 2018 Farm Bill that President Donald Trump signed during his first term, with then Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell leading the push to end criminalization for the crop at the time. But the senator has insisted that the policy change wasn't intended to allow consumable products like with THC, so he's been determined to close what he describes as a loophole in the law. Well, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Senator Rand Paul attempted to remove the hemp ban language from the spending bill Trump signed earlier this month, but a majority of members voted to table his amendment. Klobuchar and Smith were among those who voted against the motion to table. I guess we could listen to what this. Or we're not watching that. This is about jobs. It's about our small businesses, not just jobs and businesses. It's about the medicine. It's about the fact that lower amounts of alcoholism, lower amounts of use of alcohol, lower amounts of use of pharmaceuticals. The list goes on. There's so many benefits to us. And then there's the textiles on top of that. It's about our breweries, she said, and our farmers. Our breweries and our farmers. Hemp is actually an old crop with a strong history in our state, Klobuchar said at Monday's event. One size fits all measure in Congress is the last thing we need right now. Yeah, of course. Yes, we must protect kids. That has been what a lot of my work. Protect kids, but we can have 100 bars and Starbucks is everywhere. Get kids hooked on the coffee real early. Get them hooked. But forget, watch out for that 0.3% THC. Yeah, this is getting me. We need to hit the bong. What? Not for you at home, kids. Just like when grown-ups pull out the old, liquor in almost every movie and TV show. Cheers. I need to pack a new one. Time to pack a new one. Time to be in the woods right now, Joe. Getting my mind right. Hell yeah. I hope you catch something for sure. And not a cold. Wah, wah. All right. Where are we at here? Got a little bit of time left to me. Let me keep looking here. I don't think we need to. They're all bitching about, or basically they're just fighting over this little tiny bit of THC when THC should be on the legality as well. Every day we fail to address this is another day of uncertainty in a very uncertain time in our economy, Klobuchar said. I actually agree with her on this. I want our state, small businesses, and farmers to know that we have their back and we will do everything we can in our power in a very difficult Congress to change this. We got Mr. Sprout who came over to say hello. Are you done? You're done laying down? Okay. All right. Well, come here. I'll hold you for a minute. Let's go. Let's see. The members of Minnesota congressional delegation who spoke at the Congress conference each emphasized the last-minute legislative tactics used to advance the hemp ban, with senators handed a massive spending package that included the cannabis provisions just one day before they were expected to decide on the legislation. Well, yeah, that's how all of it gets shoved through. You have to pass the bill in order to see what's in it. Remember when Hillary Clinton said that? You have to pass the bill to see what's in it. Huh? Excuse me? You gotta what? You gotta what? You gotta pass the bill before you can see what's in it? That's how a lot of them operate, unfortunately. I just read that. They added a new one. Libertarian think tank urges Supreme Court to hear marijuana case and restore foundational constitutional principle. Okay. So there's a lot of organizations and people in different positions that are trying to fight back on this. And from what I understand, it's not going to outlaw, but make it just too difficult or too expensive for anybody that's not a just a huge company that's got a ton of money. You know, like like they did with the cannabis. With marijuana, like in Illinois, when it was legal or legalized recreationally, it was seen as like a rush for all the big companies to purchase all the forget what you call it, permits. Yeah, permits. All right, Sprout, gonna have to get the door prize started soon. Lay down, good boy. All right, guys, I got the wheel up here while we're chit-chatting about what we've gone over today so far. So if you would be so kind as to hit that hashtag WTIF or even hashtag WGW for We Grow Wednesday, or you could even do hashtag Sprout. You can do hashtag ladies of WTIF. Whatever you do, just give me something and we'll put you on the door prize wheel as soon as I load this bowl. Diane, I see you. I'll be right back. Elisa, I gotta go call my mom. Ah, okay. That's alright. I'll put you on the wheel, Elisa. Alright, Facebookers. Elisa, Diane, Debbie. And remember, you can get an extra spot over on Rumble, and for a little while, I'm going to go ahead and give an extra spot for anybody that hits me up on the YouTube as well. Kayla on the Rumble. Jess on the Rumble. Alice. Margaret. Hell yeah. Who else we got? Kayla on the Facebook. Margaret on the Facebook. Jess on the Facebook. Alice on the Facebook. I think that might be it at the moment. Yeah, it's a constant struggle thinking that everything in your kitchen is bad for you. Like which way to go, what to do, and I don't think it's totally avoidable to say bypass all these toxins and these chemicals, but there are some cleanses that also help you detox heavy metals and chemicals. Even plastics, they're finding some things that are effective. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it may or may not be 100% effective or whatever, but there are some things they're finding are effective. And so not just for parasites, but for a lot of these other things. And fasting, we talked about not too long ago. Fasting is another way that your body will start to like literally eat the cells that it finds are dysfunctional or bad cells or whatever, which includes some cancer cells and sickness and different damaged cells. So I don't know if it would fix you necessarily. I'm not giving anyone any that kind of advice, but I think fasting is good. Every so often I need to fast more. I do intermittent fasting, but I really think I might have some kind of parasite or something, because I've been going to the gym. I can do I can do quite a few sit-ups. I feel like I'm doing quite a lot, but not a lot of change. And sometimes that can be a parasite going on there, unfortunately. Oh, we got the YouTubers coming in. Okay, we got Miss Alice on the YouTube, Jess on the YouTube. Well, that's it. I appreciate that. Hit the like button while you're there. Thank you. What's up, Gene? Oh yeah, recently I started taking oregano with black seed oil. I saw that, the black seed oil. That's a good idea, Lisa May. Black seed oil is pretty good. I wish they had a different. I think there's another name for it, but I wish we called it something else, because it's not a seed oil like all these other seed oils that are bad for us, that are pressed from, rapeseed or whatever else. But the black seed oil is actually a superfood, basically, a very potent, nutritious food. Lisa, did I get you on here? I did. Okay. If you could head over to Rumble, let's see if we can get 3 more people on Rumble before we go. I could do a quick read. What we got? What they offering us? My Gold Guy. I could check that one out. The GK Publishing, Blackout Coffee, Zippix Nicotine Toothpicks, King Canine. Wow. Anyway, if we get 3 more people on the Rumble, we could do that in a few minutes. I can't even drink the water at my house. Oh no, Diane. Yeah, I don't drink the tap water, but I do put it in my mouth when it comes time to like brush teeth or rinse. No, I guess I don't rinse my mouth with that. I'll take a drink of my water. But yeah, brushing teeth though, rinse the toothbrush, and then also rinse my mouth at the end, which I do think about that. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do that, because you're still getting a little fluoride then, you know what I mean? But a lot less than if I was to use, like, I don't even cook with tap water. I put, the most I'll do is I put tap water in, well, this might not be good either, now that I'm thinking about it. I put tap water in the dish for my air fryer dish that you put water in, and it's really nice because it keeps everything moist while it's frying it, which is kind of cool. But I put tap water in that. Maybe I shouldn't. Cheers. Oh no, we went the wrong direction on the Rumble. That's okay. I tried. Alright, let's spin this wheel. See if we can get to 10 people on Rumble before I leave. Probably head to locals for a little bit. Shouldn't have come over here. Like he likes it. You're not supposed to like it. It's not good for you. Yeah, well, whose fault is that, man? But he likes to hang out. He likes coming down to be part of the show. See if I can get him in the shot. Hard to do with this angle. Let's rumble up to 7. Let's go. 3 more. See some dancing bananas in the rumble. I'll get my like 15 cents or whatever for a quick read. Would be great. Yeah, PFAS in our water. I don't cook with it either. Yeah. I don't know what that is exactly, but does it sound good? Alice, are you here? I know you're here, but congrats. Congrats, Alice. And thank you for enjoying what I do. I know I'm not an expert in any area really, but I am good at making topics a little more digestible, I think. Sort of using more layman's terms, sort of breaking things down, analyzing things. I think that I'm fairly good at that. Alright, Alice, you have 8 coupons now. 8 coupons. Joe Orzel has 11. 11. Heck yeah. You're moving on up. You got 8 now, Alice. Quite a few people with quite a few coupons. Look, if you never use them, that's fine with me, right? But at the same time, they're pretty valuable. I wouldn't bombard me around Christmas time and hope that and expect to get something in the mail then, because the mail it's coming up to the point when mail is going to be hard to get to somebody by Christmas. Was it like maybe a week or 2 from now, and you basically aren't getting anything to somebody by the 25th. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh. We're at 8. Can we get 2 more? Who's in the Facebook side who can come over to Rumble right now? Margaret, Lisa May. Can we get 2 more people? Let's just do this. Yes. I see you. You are seen, my son. You are seen. Go lay down. I don't have any, I don't think. No, Debbie? You don't have Rumble? You don't have any of my coupons? No, you got to be a subscriber to have them, Debbie. Come and subscribe over on Locals for free, and then you can pay to be a member, or pay to be a... Hold on. Sign up for free, be a member for free, and then you can subscribe for $2 a month and get on the number wheel, and if you win a door prize, it becomes a coupon versus an Indoor Farmer game night ticket. 9, we've got 9. Can we get 1 more? Can we get 1 more? Unavailable again? It says unavailable, Diane? Okay, there you are. I see you. There's a lot of large carpet factories here. Largest carpet factory in the U.S. They have been using our rivers and creeks as runoff areas. Nice. Come on. Over here. Daddy has to smoke the bong. Lay down. Let's push you over here. There you go. Chillax. Right here. Play with this little guy. I'll do it real fast. The fan just sucks it away. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Well, we got 9 in the house. Can we get one more on the Rumble? Can we get to one more? If you haven't done so yet, try to do the repost on Rumble. I think you have to make a title, just hashtag WTIF or something, and the repost will send it into like sharing it inside of Rumble. Well, yeah, now you're very sneezy because you came over here. Okay, good? Good? Good. Bring them on video. What? Whoa, Kayla, it gave me the option to bring you on video on my cell phone on the Facebook. Whoa, I didn't know I could do that. That's weird. I wonder what that does, Kayla. You could be the only one that does that for. I can bring somebody on the screen. That would just be it would only be on Facebook, but nowhere else. Come here. Come here. Come here, Mr. Brownie Boy. Come here. Come here. Thanks, Jess. I appreciate that. Click on the Rumble and to say I'm here. Yeah, that's a weird glitch going on there, Diane. Have a good day, Debbie. I'm just trying to get one more person in here on the Rumble to do a quick ad read before we go. I appreciate everyone chilling for that fact. So if you don't have Rumble, I highly recommend you come and check it out. It's free. He's happy when I've got him surrounded. Yeah, that's weird, Kayla. It's like, yeah, bring her on screen. I guess it's because I'm on my page now. I don't know. Nice. I had a troll in here earlier. Didn't see him though. Let's go to 10. Let's get to 10. I need one more. It's great. It says 10 on you for you. I only see 9. It does still say 9 though. Nope, now it's at 8. Okay, let's get going. I'm out of here. I'm not going to wait that long for that. We were close. We were very close, but when I'm done with the show, there's just nothing else to talk about. So we're going to head over to locals for a little bit. We'll be there actually in a couple minutes. And oh yeah, tomorrow night, People in the Boxes. Who left, right, Diane? Who was it? Playing peekaboo, yeah. It's probably my troll from Facebook. You had 10 a couple times. It wasn't showing me that. I wasn't seeing that. Every time I looked over, I was seeing 9. Now I see 8. It's all good though. I'm not too worried about it. Thanks for the help, and I'll see you all on locals in just a minute. Remember, everybody's got to eat, and that's why I do this. That's why I pull out the news. So my troll was saying, "Oh God, he pulled out the news again." Well, you know what? We have to pay a little bit of attention to what the hell's going on around us. That's why I do this on Wednesdays. So appreciate the hangout and the knowledge. Try to gain some knowledge about what's going on in our world. And let me know. Send me a message if you see an article or a big story of something like that, and I can pull it up on the show. In fact, I meant to pull that other post up that I did. Wow, they're not giving me. Okay, I should have one now that we're sitting at 10, but it's not allowing it. Oh, there it goes. I didn't mean to click on it, but we're going to click on that one anyway because it's the most, giving us 12 cents to tell you about 1775 coffee. See, coffee doesn't all have to be, high energy, high caffeine. They've also got different kinds. They've got the mushroom blend, which is like a vitality, like energy blend. They've also got the low, the smooth with the medium roast, and they have the dark roast. So they've got different versions or different flavors. Right now, you get this deal going on with the 1775 starter kit. It's only 1,000 of them out there. And you can get them for a pretty good discount. They're normally on sale for $170, and they're right now for $99. And you get a gold spoon clip, you get a frother, you get a black 1775 tumbler, and a bunch of different coffee, I'm sure, variety of blends to try. And you get all of that for $99 if you go to 1775coffee.com/studio. /studio is the code. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something, just like Rumble does. Go to 1775coffee.com. And thank you for the 12 cents. We made it. We did it. Thanks, you guys, very much. That was my tip for the day. 12 cents was my today's paycheck. All right. We'll see you guys on locals in just a minute. Everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Waylon's here, and he's